my god, you finally made it. Hi, I'm the Red January, and welcome to another Monster Hunter Wilds video. Low-key freaking out a little bit. Trying not to too much. I had to go through all of today just thinking about being able to do this very thing right here. And what that very thing right here is we got a couple of new trailers from the official Monster Hunter YouTube site. As well, YouTube site, you know what I'm saying. The official Monster Hunter YouTube channel, as well as posted on the official Monster Hunter Twitter. We got 3 entire videos today. We got a basic mechanics overview, and we also got a focus mode overview, and then we got a third one, which is the Great Sword video, which is not something that I'm going to be getting involved with today. I'm going to be waiting for a couple more of those to come out before I fully cover that, because also not only is Great Sword not something I'm fully comfortable with, but it's, you know, I think that I should let a little bit more of it come out before I start dealing with that. We are going to go over these first 2 videos today, though, and I'm going to point out what I've noticed and what I think about these things, and I've tried to avoid watching other people's takes on this type of thing because it's been very, everybody's been covering it. Everybody got to jump on it before I did. I had work today, so I wasn't able to deal with something like that, unfortunately, but luckily, these are very short trailers. There's not too much to be gleaned from them, but there is going to be, you know, we're going to go over it. All right, we're going to go over it. So let's start off with the basic mechanics because it's not necessarily the most simple, but I'm just most excited about it, and I also have it pulled up first. Before we get started, I just want to remind you that if you haven't already, please consider giving a like and a subscribe. It really helps me out as a smaller content creator. However, I never want you to feel any pressure to, of course. But now without, you know, the promotion out of the way, let's get into this. The music is wonderful. Hunters have 2 weapon states, sheathed and drawn. When your weapon is sheathed, you can move faster and use items. First of all, world healing is back. You hear that constant healing sound? I guess it's world and rise healing in a way, but like, it's basically not sit there, drink potion, all of that health comes back. It's going to be a gradual process of recovering. I don't believe it's probably going to be like Rise did, where it gave you an initial burst of healing right at the beginning, and then it gradually refilled the rest. I think it's going to be more akin to Worlds, to where you're going to start drinking that potion, and it's going to just gradually fill that entire time, because you can kind of see him glowing. Though he does pulse 3 times while drinking, if you pay attention. 2, 3, done. And then there's the final, like, you're finished. Oh, that was a delicious bit of herbs and honey. So, yeah, looks really cool. I think this is, we're gonna go up to 1440. Yeah, let's continue. When your weapon is drawn, your movement is limited, but your weapon can be used to attack. This game looks gorgeous. The Sacred. The Sacred is a creature that can be mounted, providing you with a means of travel. And here they're showcasing the call to the Sacred so that they can come pick you up. Kind of like the Palamute holding B for it to, you know, instead of it teleporting out of the ground, this one sprints up behind you and picks you up, which is really cool. It can guide you automatically to the target monster for your current crest. There is something that I really need to... there's something right here that I really need to show y'all. I don't want to say anything crazy, but I'd like for you guys to really pay attention to the begin quests, like, icon. I don't want you to pay attention to the icon itself. I want you to pay attention to the transition of it coming in. And also the effect on it. What the hell did that look like to you guys? I know it is massive copium, but that looked like a pool of tropical water making waves, baby. That looks like a pool of tropical water making waves to me. It looks like I'm looking at the bottom of a pool and watching the water shift with movement. Like, I'm not crazy. But something else we can go here, and I'm actually going to go full screen for this so we can actually get a better look at here. This is a new mini-map. It looks kind of tilted. It's kind of interesting. It looks like we've got a rope lift here. Here's a camp. Actually, I believe that's a village right there. There's some Slinger ammo down over here. I really like the color of the Slinger ammo. I really like that vibrant pink. Got some herbs, the character icon. We've got area locations, which are coming back, which means that as fucking huge as these maps are going to be, they're still going to be numbered. I don't know how high they're going to be numbered, but you know, that's something interesting to pay attention to. Looks like we got some fire herbs or something that's going on over here. And then a blue mushroom gathering point, some herbs. And then something that's going to be for what I'm guessing is going to be research points. Or eventually, like, for delivery quests, having to gather some of those for optionals. And then we've got this, like, we've got some other icons that I'm really not too sure of. I'm guessing that they are environmental traps, but I could be mistaken. And then also right here, we've got the camp. And then we got to talk about Chibi Cabra. The little Chibi Cabra icon. So, the scout flies are automatically showing where we're going as soon as we're going out here, right? I think it's possible to at least hopefully infer, that's what I'm going to say, cautiously hopefully infer that as soon as we start the game, we're not just going to have all of these icons. I think we're going to need to go meet these monsters. We're going to need to do their quests, see their cutscenes, and maybe, just maybe, possibly, we're going to be able to get some tracks on them. Do I know if it's going to be there for certain or not? No. But honestly, is it going to be absolutely game-breaking for me if there is no tracking? No. As long as it's not like Rise where I instantaneously know them and I have to at least, like, before I can even see their icon on the map and stuff like that. It'd be really cool if, like, I have to go to each area that the monster, like, can spawn in before I automatically am always able to track it. But who knows? It can guide you automatically to the target monster for your current quest. Rather interesting, but only time will tell. Once we get our hands on the actual game, because the demo is going to automatically track us there. It might give us tracks to collect, but it might not. So we don't know for sure. But yeah, Chibi Cabra, I'm going to be able to go find him. And they got the little icon on the map. It's off to our right and stuff like that. Let's continue going. There he is. Chibi Casshole. Oh my god, look at that thing. It definitely does look like a crab butt. I think that was a sneak attack in a way. But, like, it says that when people were doing the interview or when they were watching the demonstration back at Summer Games Fest, people were saying that there was a prompt to do a sneak attack. But, I don't know. Also, this one is bigger than the ones we see later on in the trailer. This guy's huge. While mounted, you can recover your health, sharpen your weapon. Which, that's a new animation for sharpening, by the way. At least on the back of the Sacred. And I bet it's because they probably didn't want it to, like, clip through the Sacred's head. Like the normal way when you're sharpening. I wonder if all of the weapons got a new unique sharpening animation. And the sound for the finished sharpen is new as well. That's grindier. It's like, it's not shing. It's like, it's hard to describe, but yeah, it sounds like stone being dragged across metal this time for a finish. Gather useful hunting items and materials. And you'll even gain the ability to switch between a primary and secondary weapon. The Slinger! I'm so happy the Slinger and Scout Flies are back! Ugh! Oh, yes, baby! Makes me so happy. This is basically World 2. Cry about it. The Slinger is standard equipment for any hunter. It allows you to fire various types of ammo that you can gather in the environment. Pachoo! Nice little interruption right there. That was definitely a flash pod. Wait, I want to look at the flashed animation above their head. That looks a little new. Use the hook slinger to gather items from a distance. I also really like that, like, you can see the... hang on. Catch. You can see the herbs being grabbed. It definitely does look like a... That looks interesting. It's not really holding the herbs, but, you know, it's not really that important. Gulp, gulp. Or to interact with the environment. So that must be for when you don't have Slinger ammo, but you really want to trigger an environmental hazard or something along those lines. Because that's basically what I would I would do that with the Clutch Claw anyways, back in World. Whenever I didn't have Slinger ammo, but I really wanted to grab scatter nuts from up top, I'd just fire my Clutch Claw to make them fall anyways, and then I'd pick them up that way. So I really like that it's the Clutch Claw without having anything to do with the monster, which is wonderful. I also think that the hook slinger is going to be really useful for when you're traversing the map on the back of the Sacred, like when it's automatically taking you there or when you're sprinting. So that way you don't really have to veer off course all the time like you had to do on your Palamute to gather all of the stuff. You'd had to like veer off and to the left and to the right, and like I think it's going to make it a lot more useful for, or it's going to make it a lot more of a seamless gathering experience while you're on the back of your mount instead of having to directly beeline for everything all the time. You can even use the hook slinger while riding your Sacred, which I am very happy about. And that's about it, 2025. Alright, so we're done with that one for now. There's not really much else I need to say on that, so we're going to go over here. And we're going to watch the focus mode overview, which I'm really excited about because focus mode has been one of the biggest talks for right now. Focus mode. Focus mode allows you to carefully aim your attacks or guards. The reticle changed when you were aiming at them. Attacks or guards you perform in focus mode will be directed where the camera's facing. Some sword and shield action. Originally, I thought that you were going to get stuck to the ground from his sticky spit, like we saw when we originally first saw Chibi Cabra for the first time. But it's looking like it's just more of a trip. And you just, like, pick yourself up off the ground. I was worried that you were going to, like, get stuck and, like, it was going to take a bit of time for you to get out of this sticky spit that he leaves on the ground. But it doesn't appear to be that way. While hunting, attacking the same parts of a monster continuously may create wounds on that body part. There's definitely going to be blood, by the way. I'm pretty sure they just have it all turned off for commercial purposes so that it can be shown anywhere. Also, you can see that it's not bloody first. Like, it's kind of there. You can kind of see that it's there. It's also in a really strange spot. I wonder if you can break the belly or something like that. But, you can you can see it right there. Right in front of his right hip. And then it becomes bloody after one more attack. Bam! Now it's a big gash. And then using focus mode highlights those wounds. Oh, they were going to do that anyways. Yes, the big circle. We can see. Notice how it doesn't seem to highlight anything else. I don't really think that it's a bad thing. I don't really think that it's going to be immersion breaking for the scout flies to be highlighting the wounds I've made, especially if they're going to be small. I don't know how big they're going to be. We don't get to... It really is going to depend on the monster, I'm guessing, but yeah. Also, I wonder if if the cuts and gashes are going to change color depending on the actual blood of the monster. Like, if there's going to be any Carapaceons in this game, are they going to be blue because of blue blood? That'd be cool. Attacks to wounds deal more damage than normal. That did 55. That did 68. I actually want to go back and look at his mouth wound for a second. It's just kind of chilling there, isn't it? Oh, wait, it's in his mouth? What's going on here? It's like at the top there? And it's also there? Or is it on his tongue? No, it's on the front of his face. I'm not sure. Seems to be right there on his chin, I'm guessing. Can you place it on in between his eyes, or does it have to be on his chin? So that was just a normal attack to the wound. So you are going to naturally tenderize by attacking parts significantly more than other parts, which is fine. I think that's a great natural way of building up towards part breaks, like tail cuts. Focus mode will also highlight any weak points that the monster has exposed. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. So when they do attacks or anything that are going to leave, so basically it's saying, hey, his tongue is super weak and you should hit it. Okay. It's teaching you about the monster and how to fight it. I know some people that are probably going to be really upset about that, but I'm perfectly fine with it. Focus strikes. You got a bit of longsword action. Focus strikes are special attacks that deal extra damage to wounds and weak points. Also, he's got 2 of them going right now. Possibly 3 if there was another one on the other arm. Yeah! That animation was a little bit janky, but it was still pretty cool. Because it was like, what are you aiming at, bro? Like, what are you grinding against? If that's the arm, it's a little, you know? Anyways. Use focus mode to zero in on a monster's weakness and deal major damage. Yeah, I kind of want to take a quick second to go back to... I want to go back to that longsword for a second there. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. Look at that high stance. We're doing triple Ichimonji in this bitch, even though it's a V cut. It goes down and then up to the left. Kyup, kyup! And then this, that's definitely... Oh, yeah, that's a wyvern steak. That's a wyvern steak for sure. Is it automatically reloading from that? This is definitely Gunlance. Rurakon's going to be really happy to see that. The endings of these videos are really out of nowhere. Kind of like how this one's going to be, but seriously, that's about all I've got for now. This is going to be a rather shorter video. I don't want to have to edit too much at the end of this anyways, and plus we're going to be guaranteed getting a weapon video every single day. If we go to the official Monster Hunter website, we're going to go here. There we go. We got some new stuff. Hunting. There we go. The 14 iconic weapon types from the Monster Hunter series will each make their return. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see more. I'm so excited to see more. What is the charge blade? I'm so excited to see it. So, we saw the focus attack for greatsword, right? We saw that focus attack, which was originally... which is the, like, bam, and then dragging yourself along the Dashagama. This one. So then what is this other counter one? What is this counter one that goes into a run? How is... I still feel like I have more questions. Is there switch skills that can be implemented exclusively into focus mode? Oh, so many more questions. So little time. That's going to do it about for this video. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I'm going to try to... I'm thinking that I'm going to make a small video per weapon. And tomorrow I'm going to group greatsword and longsword together. And I'm going to do that each day, where I might do every 2 weapon videos or every weapon video, who knows. And then I think I'm going to compile them all into one. But I'm super excited. I'm super hyped for this. I'm so excited that I get more. But for now, that's going to be it, hunters. I really appreciate you all tuning in today. I will be there with more content, and I'm going to be covering as much of Wilds as I can. And when Wilds comes out, you know I'm not going to be playing anything else. But for now, I will have to say, bye, love you, bye.